ladies and gentlemen. You're watching The Inside Scoop. I'm your host, Steve Scanlon. Sitting next to me is my co-host, Bubba. Welcome, Bubba.
How you doing, Steve?
Pretty good. And sitting next to Bubba, to Bubba's left, is Joe. Welcome, Joe.
Hello?
Joe?
Hey, you shaved?
Yes.
Yes.
I didn't notice your white beard. I noticed you
today.
shaved. I was going to say you were going to be
When are you
Santa
going to
Claus.
shave?
Good question.
Oh, before we go on,
Yes.
okay? Emily we've asked Emily to come to the show tonight. She's doing homework. She has a special project she's doing for home, but we have a replacement for Emily. I mean, Emily hasn't been here for a while. So, we've got Emily, we've got Lily. Lily's here. If Lily talks, okay, I'm not talking. But Lily doesn't talk.
Oh.
But we got Lily here to replace Emily.
But you'll probably talk more than Joey.
Yeah.
No comment.
Oh, Joe, I didn't know you like to play with dolls.
No, she didn't. That's Emily's replacement.
Does Emily know?
No, but she will if she ever watches this show. She will be watching the show.
Stop screaming.
I'm glad.
I can't believe my replacement.
Well, she talks as much as Joe does, so.
True, good point. Probably makes more sense, too, at times.
Yes.
Probably makes more sense to me.
They rebuilt her after Charlotte Flair ripped her up.
Okay.
It's her twin sister,
Right.
Amelia.
Now, tonight's taping is on a Wednesday,
Yes.
and it is the 10th of November. Now, tomorrow is November the 11th,
Yes.
which is a holiday,
Very important one.
Veterans Day. So we would like to dedicate tonight's episode to the veterans. And a big thank you for all that you sacrifice for this country.
Very much so.
And even for the military serving nowadays, thank you for serving. Okay,
Something I want to bring up about that before we
Yes.
go into whatever you're going to say, because I like interrupting you. You know that.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I watched Colin Powell's funeral and service he had for him. It was very touching. But a friend pointed out something to me which I thought was odd. Colin Powell was a colonel, a general in the armed forces. Was he not in charge of the armed forces in the Middle East before he was Secretary of State?
I could have sworn.
Yeah, I know he was. Maybe I'm wrong. But why wasn't there a flag on his casket? Interesting. Why wasn't there a general of that caliber? I don't know. And the question I asked a couple of my friends, the same thing. Why wasn't President Trump at his service? Now, my personal cousin who was in the military, my cousin Ann, cousin Jimmy, and Lois, all military. My brother was military. My other brother, Kevin and Paul, were both military. And Jimmy was military, and Eddie was military, and cousin Louie, who was a dentist, was military. So I have military in my family. I asked Ann. She didn't think President Trump would go because it would deter, the media would concentrate on him and not Colin Powell. I personally think President Trump should have been at his service, but I don't know.
Well, over the years,
We'll leave it at that.
Trump and the media did not get along at
Right,
all.
and it would probably deter that's what she said. It would take the focus off of Colin Powell and put it on ex-President Trump.
Yeah.
I still think he should have been there. I think he should have been there at being a Republican president. He was a Republican who worked for Ronald Reagan as a chief of staff of the military and the Secretary of State for George W. Bush, who was there. I personally think Donald Trump, ex-president, should have been there. That's just my opinion. I mean, I might be dead wrong. I mean, the only person who really gets a mulligan on that would be President Carter, because the man's 97. He's been very, very ill lately. That's why a person who shouldn't have been expected to be there. But I think President Trump should have been there. That's just my personal opinion on it, and I'm a big Trump guy. I think I've told you that before. You might not like me for that, but oh well. Out of veteran, he should have had a flag on his especially close to Veterans Day. We should
I
have that
wonder
flag.
if they had, what's it called,
Half-mast?
half-mast for Powell.
I think Biden should have at the White House. I really do. I mean, while we're on the subject, and before you go into wrestling, Joey should list a list of people who've passed away. I mean, hundreds of thousands of people, veterans, died for my right to vote last week. Hundreds of thousands of men and women died for my right to vote. That's only one reason why I support veterans. Plus, I mentioned people in my cousins and my immediate family who've been veterans. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Joey, go into all this and
Okay.
reciprocate. Billy, I'm gonna speak up.
Red Sox legend Jerry Remy.
An icon, as far as I'm
He was
concerned.
also an announcer
Yes,
for the Red
for
Sox.
30 years.
30 years,
A
wow.
lot of people, I mean, they mentioned it in the football game, and Joe Buck mentioned it on national television, did a very good retrospective to him. I think it was on Monday Night Football or Thursday Night Football, but it was mentioned on the Patriots game that they show a lot of respect for Jerry Remy. He was a well-liked announcer and well-liked baseball player, but he battled cancer, which is a horrible disease. My brother Kevin right now is fighting. So
Joey informed me that Remy played second base for the Red Sox.
yes, he did.
He won
Yes.
number 2.
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay.
Used to lead off for the Red Sox for a number of years. I mean, he was better known as an announcer than he was even a ball player. From Somerset, Mass, and local guy who lived his dream. Rest in peace, Jerry Remy. I think he's a baseball and announcing icon in this country.
I agree.
Icon for 30 years of commentating for the Red Sox. Good joke.
Okay, mother of wrestler Buff Bagwell, Judy Bagwell.
Made several
She passed
appearances
away.
at WCW. I am personal friends with Buff Bagwell on Facebook. I have not inboxed him. I have to inbox him and give him my condolences for his mother.
And finally, Quantum Leap star Dean Stockwell.
Yes, good actor. Dean Stockwell's a very good actor. Did a lot of TV series besides Quantum Leap.
He even had a Quantum Leap reunion with Scott Bakula on that he appeared in an episode of Star Trek Enterprise.
Yes. I guess I read today, I guess William Shatner was in town. You told me this, Joey.
Yeah, I saw it on Facebook earlier.
I mean, we had some kind of phenomenon happen in Elephant Taunton. A lot of you folks know I moved from Attleboro. I mentioned this in the show. And I said on the Scan Taunton, one of the stupid Taunton sites I'm on, maybe we should get in William Shatner. Maybe it's unexplained what happened. Be a good way to get him in town and get some publicity for us. Okay,
Hey,
Steve, now
but before we get through the wrestling,
wrestling who?
let's talk about how our Halloween ended up.
Uh-oh, here we go.
First of all, I spent Halloween with my brother at Joslin Diabetes Clinic. Okay, and we spent a couple of days later.
Yeah.
So it was a tough Halloween for me and tough election day for me. I just spent time with my brother, but then we had some good times at Taunton again. I'm a very politically motivated person. But Halloween, I know. Go ahead. Corey handed out candy. I heard the story already. And then Nita
I
handed
got
out
some
candy.
good news and bad news.
Thank God.
The good news, I wasn't allowed to pass out one piece of candy to their trick-or-treaters. Therefore, there was good and plenty, not talking about the candy good and plenty, but there was good and plenty amount passed out, and we did not run short. However, the bad news is they figured they got a use for me and sent me to the pizzeria to pick up a couple of pizzas. I came back with 2 large pizzas. We ordered a veggie pizza and a pepperoni pizza.
So
And
Corey
I
and you
did
didn't get
not-
any.
want it to go to waste. So I started eating the pizza.
You ate the pizza box, too. Don't tell anybody. I know that.
And so I left them a few pieces, a few
You did?
slices of pizza. And,
You sick? Feeling well? Or bad?
Lee got kind of mad at me. Said next time you're not allowed to eat until
When you
we all
grabbed
are
the
gonna
pizza, okay, when they grabbed their 2 slices, you ate the rest of the candy. I know you did. I know you. I could figure
It
you
was
out.
tempting, and yes, I
Tempting
looked.
nothing.
Okay.
You
to
ate
be
it all.
honest,
I know you
looked
did.
And I couldn't find it. They ended up hiding it on me.
Trust me, I know him. He ate it all.
I would have.
You would have nothing. You ate it all. And what was left over? Because when they were, you deterred them by getting pizza and leaving to us a couple slices, maybe two of the 2 pizzas, and you ate the rest of the candy. We know if there's anything left over from the poor children, you ate it all.
Hey, Joe, how was your Halloween?
Fine and quiet.
You didn't get many trick-or-treaters?
We didn't have anything to give out, so
Oh. We didn't have many trick-or-treaters in my neighborhood from the time I was home. I only saw maybe about 12 kids when I was home, but I wasn't home the whole evening.
Because you were quaffing pizza in the living room.
Right. Actually, in the car, the whole pizzas did not make it to the backyard. The
backyard,
must have had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the backseat.
As soon as you left the pizza parlor, hopefully it was a local pizza place, Park Street Pizza, something good, okay? And you probably ate them in the car before you even left the pizza area.
Maybe he had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with him too. What?
I really like that one.
Hey, my brother wants to thank you, Bubba.
Who?
My oldest brother wants to thank you.
Jim.
Yes, because
Yes,
a couple
what?
of weeks ago, after the talk show taping, we made our way to pick up chili dogs, and you said, save some for your brother.
Yeah.
And so I told him, he
The
goes,
animal got 6.
and
His brother got 4. He got 3 hamburgers and 4 French fries and a Coke for his brother. I hope he got some of that.
He did, and he wants to thank you for mentioning it to me, because he said if he did not mention it to me, who knows how many hot dogs he would have actually got.
He probably got 1 hot dog,
I'm not
1
kidding.
hamburger, and hopefully the man got a French fry and a Coke. Hopefully.
Nah, too much food for him.
Animal eats 6 hot
No, I
dogs.
didn't want to go to waste. So I ate most of it.
I'm one to talk. I myself ate 4, but Coney Island dogs are the best.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't plug them, but Chris does a good job up there.
There was
Guy
a
runs the
couple
place.
times
He has really good hot dogs. I love their hot dogs.
I would call Joey up late at night, because I don't know what's open at late at night, and I'll ask him, Joe,
yeah?
what's open at this time at night?
We have Coney Island hot dog in Taunton, and I tell him, I'd rather go here. Yours are much better than the one in Taunton.
I have been to the one in Taunton a couple of times.
Yeah, and then the one up here in Attleboro are
Only
better.
thing is, they have a bigger menu in the Taunton one
Different
compared
one.
to the Attleboro one.
Chris has the dog is just the best. Period. His sauce is better. He wakes him better. I've been to the one. Something that's open late is Smoky Bones in Taunton, my area. It's open
Okay.
until 2 in the morning. You can get food up
That'd
until
be good.
11 at night.
Sometimes I call Joe at midnight, 12:30, 1. Wait, Joe?
Or later.
Or later. Ask him what's open, or I'll ask him, are you eating, Joe? I'm hungry. He's like, no.
Midnight's, well, one of the pizza joints, and I'm not mentioning them because I don't like them, is open till like 1, aren't they? The big Noid guy?
And,
Oh, yeah.
and Woonsocket,
That's when
there's
they
a
have a game.
pizzeria open at 4 a.m. I believe Providence has a few
Yes.
eateries open late at night.
Yes. We used to have one in Taunton. It'll reopen soon. I've been told. It used to be open on Saturdays and Sundays, all night. On Fridays and Saturdays, a local establishment. I'm not gonna mention Joe's Diner to anybody. Yes, I spilled the beer. I'll wear their shirt some night, but I won't. I can't promote them, right? Not
One
supposed to.
place I haven't been to in a while is a Chinese buffet place.
Well, I told you
think
the
they
ones that
have
are
one in
open.
Taunton,
I told you the
right?
one in
Or
Taunton's
Rainham.
open, and then there's one in East Providence.
These Providence. I'm getting hungry. You got stuffing in there?
I hope so. It's in there. I just cracked it with it, didn't I?
I love stuffing. That's one of my favorite side dishes of Thanksgiving.
Here we go.
Stuffing and dressing, yes, I
As
know
a matter
that.
of fact, I already made plans for Thanksgiving. I'm eating at 2 places so far.
2 places.
Yes, at my house, and I'm going to your house, Joe, for second.
Well, if you come to Taunton at the Mulcahy School from 11 to 12:30, you can get a free meal.
One of my friends used to say, if it's free, it's
Well,
for me.
hold it. Yeah, my father told me if something was given away for free, be the first one in line.
But I don't know. I'll beat you first in line, Bubba. I'll
I
get that
doubt it.
before you. No,
Make sure I get one myself.
Ah.
You were free. I mean, they only have what? Oh, sometimes they give over. They give over, I think, 200 or 300 meals. Even you couldn't eat that many.
no.
You try, but you couldn't
Well,
eat
I
that.
don't know. There was one time I had 22 slices of pizza in one sitting.
Oh, buddy.
It was
that
at
was-
work. It was a true
That was at
story.
my house. That was at
Yeah,
our
okay,
party.
I got it 2 times.
That
then.
was our party when we had the WrestleMania party.
So,
I bought the 2 large pizzas from, again, from
There
I
was
shouldn't
one
mention
time
Park Street, but I'll mention Park Street.
my job held a pizza party for us workers.
Yeah.
This is going back maybe 7, 8 years ago. And they ordered
Work-
lots of boxes of pizza.
For the
Make sure that way
workers,
It'll
not
be
the
enough for the
work.
workers.
Well, just for the
And so I didn't
worker.
want it to go to waste. Everyone grabbed a few slices.
He ate the
I
boxes.
went back and went back, and I had 22 total slices. I kept count.
We have 10 minutes to go through a lot of
And so-
wrestling here, so we'll do it.
And so, since that one day, every time we had a pizza party, the plant manager would say, everyone, and that includes you, Steve, grab 2 slices, go back for seconds. But because of me, they had a limit on how many slices could be
He's
passed.
killing me, Lily. He's killing me. Emily's killing me.
Okay.
You're killing me. He's definitely killing me.
Hey, one question, does she
He's
talk
killing
back
me.
to you?
No.
Oh, okay.
But
Hello.
good. Tell him that stifles. We could talk about wrestling, okay?
Okay, we'll talk about wrestling. Hey, Joe,
Well, first we talk
Oh,
about
no.
wrestling. Football. Patriots are doing well. They won again. They have a
yeah,
tough
they
game this week.
beat my Panthers this past weekend
Your Panthers? Why are they your Panthers?
because I love the Panthers.
I told my cousin who lives in Carolina and a friend of mine who's from South Carolina, they should hire back Cam Newton because he needs a job. Anyway,
Yeah, I think Kim Newton.
can we go into the
do good.
Survivor Series quick when you
I thought
mention
you
some
wanted to talk
stuff?
about football. I'm confused.
No, you're not. You're
no.
full.
Actually, I'm hungry.
No comment.
We were just talking about food.
Let's go to the Survivor Series, okay? Lily.
You okay, Joe?
Yeah.
No, she's choking to death.
The women's Survivor Series match. Team Raw, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, women's tag team champion Rhea Ripley, Queen Zelina, and Carmella against
No,
SmackDown.
they're one team, right? They're a team of Raw.
It's
Yeah.
the Survivor Series.
Yeah.
We've been doing it for 37 years now, I think.
Wow, that long. Wow.
They're going against Sasha Banks, Shayna Baszler, Shotzi
Blackheart. Don't waste it, Chris.
Natalia, and a new girl, Aaliyah.
Coming up from NXT.
I'm going to go with the Raw team for our women's
Now,
team.
what we mentioned, super quick, I guess they've released Nia Jax.
That was a surprise. Joey mentioned that to me the other day on the phone.
They've also released Keith Lee and Karrion Kross and Harry Smith, who's Davey Boy
the-
Smith's son.
British Bulldog's son. Yes.
Gone. They're no longer with the company. More people they released.
We might be jumping over to AEW.
Which one? One or all 3?
Probably all 3.
Probably.
Knowing them, they want to form a WWE wrestlers.
No comment. I don't watch it.
The men's Survivor Series match. Raw side, we've got Bobby Lashley, Rey Mysterio, Kevin Owens, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins against Drew McIntyre, Jeff Hardy, King Woods, Sami Zayn, and Corbin.
Happy Corbin.
Happy Corbin.
I'm going to go with the SmackDown team on that match.
I'm going with the Raw team all night.
Yeah, Seth Rollins and Kevin
Bobby
Owens
Lashley
ain't
and
getting
Kevin
along.
Owens and Finn Balor. And, I mean,
Half the team's not getting along with one another.
I know, but look at this. Look at the SummerSlam team, the SmackDown team. Though Drew's great. Hardy is not winning lately. Really? Xavier Woods, I think, is very overrated. Sami Zayn's a moron, and Happy Coran's the biggest moron of the whole team.
I think they've been. The reason I picked them is they get along a lot better than the Raw guys get.
Yeah.
So I think if
who's getting along with who on SmackDown team? King Woods can't stand any of them. Drew McIntyre can't stand any one of them. Sami Zayn's a moron. Happy Corbin likes himself, and him and his other moron friend there. What's his name there? Jokes moron there, Martin, whatever his name is. I don't know what his name is. Who cares? And Matt Hardy I like Matt Hardy, great athlete. Hasn't won a match. He's won one match in 7 months.
Well, he must be on
steroids. He's on the poo-poo list.
I know
he's becoming a jobber. Unfortunately, he's a great athlete.
Drug testing quite a few times in the past.
No, he's a great wrestler. They're making it into a jobber. I don't like what they're doing with Matt Hardy's character. I mean, Bobby Lashley's an animal.
He is.
I mean, Rey Mysterio's a great wrestler. Kevin Owens has been getting kind of shaft lately. He's also a tough SOB. Okay? Finn Balor's a great wrestler. And Seth Rollins is Seth Rollins. He's the Messiah. I think you're just a stronger team outright. Sami Zayn does not belong on that team, and even this King Xavier Woods. Sorry. I personally think, Bobby Roode and Ziggler should be somewhere on the Raw team, maybe one of them. Maybe even in place of Ray. Go ahead.
Do you pick, Joe?
These last 4 matches are champion versus champion matches. Becky Lynch versus Charlotte.
That could be the match of the night, if they let it be. That really could be the match of the night.
Biggie versus Roman Reigns.
I think Roman Reigns is going to kill him. My opinions. I'm only give you my picks.
I think Roman Reigns will win. I want Big E to win, but Roman Reigns. After beating Brock Lesnar, I don't see Roman Reigns losing anytime soon in the championship.
Oh, by the way, the girls won. The girls, I might even surprise you a little bit. I'm going to go with the SmackDown team. I think there's going to be too much confusion and animosity on the Raw team. Bianca and Liv are great athletes, so is Rhea. They're all good wrestlers. Carmella and Selena Vega, Queen Selena, whatever her name is, okay, are definitely overrated. I just think the other team's going to be more cohesive. Sasha really doesn't get along too well with people, but Shayna Baszler is going with people, but I think they're a tougher team. Shotzi Blackheart doesn't get along with people right now. But I just think they're a better team. I really do. Aaliyah is the unknown, but she's been doing very, very well in NXT. Joe.
Okay, RK Bro against the Usos.
I'm going to go with RK Bro.
I'm going to go with the Usos.
Because with the RK,
they're going to cheat to win the match, but they're going to win. Give the RKO out of nowhere. So I think with that finisher, they will win with that finisher. Yeah, with the RKO with Randy Orton, he's a prime factor. But I have a feeling the Usos are going to cheat somehow, and they're going to beat. What's his name? Riddle.
Damien Priest against Shinsuke Nakamura.
That could also be a sleeper match of the night too. I'm
going to go with Damien Priest because I'm impressed with that guy. I've seen a lot of his matches and
Punishment
I was left in awe. That guy is pretty good.
For some reason, this could be a great match. I'm going to go with Shinsuke Nakamura on that match. I don't know why. Maybe it might be a count out. It's about the only thing I can think of. I don't see either one of them pinning each other. That's like the other match. I won't even call Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair. That potentially, if they let it go, could be the match of the night. That could be a great sleeper match. That could be my second best match of the night if they let those two guys go at it the way they can wrestle. I mean, I'm wearing a strong style shirt for a kind of a reason. One, it was clean. Two, it's just, I like Shinsuke Nakamura. I have my strong style sweatshirt with me too tonight. I like Shinsuke. I like his character. I like what they're doing with it right now. He's really getting a push and he deserves it. All right.
Oh, now we get the tribute to the troops.
Yep. Because I want to mention something about independent wrestling.
No, that's this Sunday, right? The tribute to the troops. Sunday night.
Matches quickly. We have a few here, so.
Roman Reigns against Shinsuke Nakamura.
I think Roman wins that match.
I take Roman.
Biggie against Ziggler.
I think Big E wins that match against Ziggler. Ziggler's a great worker, but I don't think he's going to win.
And finally, Bianca Balor against Liv Morgan.
I pick Belair.
I'm going to go with the upset and go with Liv Morgan. I mean, I think Bianca Belair is awesome, but Liv Morgan's getting kind of a semi-push, so they both are. That could be a great match. There's other matches, but those are ones that I found listed. Quickly, I want to mention on the kind of semi-independent team, ROH Wrestling is no more. They've disbanded they've released all their contracts Saturday night. That means guys like Matt Taven, Vinny Marsala, Mike Bennett, Damien Castle, Jay Lethal. Quickly, who do you think WWE should go after? Those 5 guys. Those are probably the 5.
No, I think all of them, but the man I like is Jay Lethal.
Yep.
Because I remember watching him in TNA years ago.
Who's the other guy? The Real Man. Who's the guy's name? I forget his name. He worked with Josh Briggs for a while. I can't think of his name, but he should be WWE should go after too. Independently, quickly, I was in a match for the NCW. I'm going to be on matches this Friday for NCW in Dedham. They're WrestleFest. I was at matches for NCW this past weekend. It was a great show in Bristol. I mean, support your local independent wrestling people, guys. They're good people. They're good guys. I'm going to a match in Hudson in a couple on the 20th. LPW. I want to thank our producer. I want to thank our director, ACW, for having us. Thank you, veterans. God bless you all. Thank you, Steve, Joey. Thank you, Lil.